Welcome to Finding the Guardian of Your Soul. I'm Lisa Shield, the founder of Emotionally Naked Dating, a 6-month course where we teach you how to find the guardian of your soul. This course doesn't just teach you how to find any guy, it teaches you how to find the guy. The one who sees you, supports your soul's journey, and does everything in his power to help you fulfill your dreams. So today I want to talk about a fascinating topic. Male deal breakers. So deal breakers are red flags. They are often things we've settled for in the past that have repetitive themes in our relationships. Saying yes to a deal breaker is like saying no to yourself. As women, we know what turns us off about men. So some deal breakers for women could be men who are indecisive and unable to take the lead, and men who lack humility or are emotionally unavailable. Most high-caliber women won't settle for men who have those traits. In the same way women are clear about behaviors they will and won't tolerate in a partner, men have deal breakers too. They have things that are instant turnoffs just like you. It is just as important to know what turns you off about men as it is to know what turns men off about you. So today I'll explore 3 deal breakers that are guaranteed to turn off quality men. If you're guilty of even one of these 3 behaviors, it will prevent you from connecting with the right men. Quality men simply won't tolerate these behaviors from their partners. So the first deal breaker is not supporting a man's dreams. So many women are not even aware of how dismissive they can be when a man is sharing his dreams and how emasculating that feels to him. When a man tells you his dreams, he's sharing an important part of himself, not just who he is, but who he wants to be. When you don't show interest in what he's sharing, he won't feel seen or see you as a future girlfriend or wife. So no self-respecting man wants to go through life with a woman who doesn't believe in him. He'd be miserable because he'd always feel the need to prove himself to you. When you support a man's dreams, he feels seen and respected by you. It builds him up and makes him feel like a man. It is really powerful for you to know that as a woman, when you support a man's dreams, you're reflecting his masculinity back to him, which makes him feel like a man. Many women don't even think of asking a man about his dreams, but to really know a man, you need to ask about his dreams, and then you need to be excited, interested, and supportive no matter what he says. Then you want to thank him for sharing them. The reason you want to thank him is because it is so vulnerable for a man to share his dreams with a woman. When he tells you his dreams, he's bearing his soul and telling you who he is at his core, what he stands for, and what he believes in. Many men hesitate to reveal this part of themselves because other women have squashed their dreams. Imagine if a man was on a date and he shared his dream of becoming a health coach. When he shares this part of his life, he's telling his date about his most deeply held aspirations, goals, or desires. Imagine how it would feel to share something so important with a woman who is totally uninterested and unimpressed. Few things are as emasculating to a man as opening up to a woman about his dreams and being met with disdain or disinterest. If a man shares his dreams and he feels you're indifferent, it's a deal breaker. A smart man won't go out again with a woman who shows no interest in his dreams. He may never act on those dreams, but it is important for him to feel that you believe in them. A man feels seen and understood when you're supportive of his dreams. So the next time you're on a date, ask him about his dreams, and then make it a point to be curious, encouraging, and impressed. No matter what he says, do not diminish his dream. Even if you don't respect it, you can show respect for him as a man. When men share their dreams, it's one of the most important ways they reveal who they are, and they're watching to see how you respond. If you are genuinely encouraging and supportive, many men will see that you have the potential to be a wonderful partner. So now let's go to the second deal breaker, being too independent. Many women today pride themselves on being independent. If you give off an air of self-sufficiency and seeming too independent, men will feel like you don't need them. If a man feels he can't be there for you and be your hero, he feels impotent and won't pursue a relationship with you. Men want to impress you. One way they do that is by showing you that they can take care of you. If you're too self-sufficient, they feel like there's nothing they can do for you. Taking care of and protecting the woman he loves is in a man's nature. It's one of his greatest joys in life. When you act like you want a man but you don't need him, you're saying that you don't need his financial support. What he hears is that you don't need him. It's hard for some women who pride themselves on being independent to admit to needing a man. They're afraid it will make them seem weak and needy, even if you don't need a man to support you financially, which, let's be honest, also feels nice. There are many other reasons why you would need a man: companionship, comfort, conversation, support, kindness, affection, and most importantly, to bring out the feminine and masculine in one another. In the same way that you need a man to tell you you're beautiful to feel feminine, a man needs to be needed to feel masculine. A woman who doesn't need a man is masculine, which is a huge turnoff to a quality man. One way to start showing your need for a man is by acknowledging and appreciating all the things he does for you. This will make him feel needed and draw him closer to you. So I constantly tell my husband thank you for everything he does for me. Even when we go out to dinner together, I will say thank you. We pool all of our resources and we share the same bank account, but I love how he calls for the check and how he puts his credit card down, and it feels like he's taking care of me when he does that. So some men act like they don't need to be appreciated, but trust me, they do. Tell a man he's your hero and then sit back and see how he responds. So the third deal breaker, and this is a big one, is being self-absorbed. And I think this is something many, many strong, successful women are guilty of. We've all been on dates with men who talk too much about themselves, but women do that too. Many of us need to be the center of attention and make it all about us. I am guilty of doing that. I thought I needed to impress men with how worldly and sophisticated I was. I'm sure they thought I was self-centered and boring. I had no idea how I was making them feel, but I imagine that more than a few men went home after a date with me and rolled their eyes or had another drink. Reading the book How to Win Friends and Influence People opened my eyes and helped me see how unattractive this behavior was to men. The first principle in the book is to become genuinely interested in others. That was a game changer. Another way of showing a man you're self-absorbed is by being a drama queen. One author wrote, most men will admit they'd rather chew off their own foot than get stuck in a relationship with a drama queen. Drama queens want to have everything their way, and they don't care about a man's feelings. Some women really take offense to being called a drama queen, but this is a red flag for a man. It means that there will always be drama followed by processing, two of the things men hate most. The most treasured words in a woman's profile are easygoing and drama-free. Men are attracted to women who show interest in them. If women talk too much or focus too much on their own lives during a date, it can make men feel ignored and disconnected. To establish an emotional connection, you have to be interested in getting to know him. When a woman is a drama queen, there's no room for the guy. All he can do is be a witness and agree with her. One way I broke this pattern was by paying attention to when I was going on too long and making a point of asking my date about him without interrupting him. I would share something about what was happening in my career, and then I would say, I'd love to hear what's going on in your career. And I would make sure that we had equal time. Showing signs of any of these three behaviors is guaranteed to turn off quality men. They won't tolerate them in the same way you wouldn't want to date an abusive man. Quality men have clear boundaries and won't tolerate unattractive behavior from women, just like women won't put up with certain unattractive behaviors from men. If you really want to attract a quality man, you need to familiarize yourself with as many male deal breakers as possible and stop doing them. When I was dating, I frequently asked myself, is this attractive behavior? I encourage you to do the same and then listen for the answer. I'm Lisa Shield. Thank you so much for listening. If you would like to learn more about my 6-month Emotionally Naked Dating course and how we can help you find the guardian of your soul, please go to lisashield.com. Also join me for my other fascinating broadcast, Getting Inside the Right Male Mind, with my husband, Benjamin Shield. Finally, if you would like to give us your suggestions for future topics for these broadcasts, then please write to us at podcast@lisashield.com. Thank you so much for listening. I'm Lisa Shield, and I look forward to seeing